Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just to unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. You ain't recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing, you do best not to test it. Yeah, you right, real all in my blood supply. Get ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who is in the building early. Shout out to the 1MLG. All right, what's good with y'all? Good to see you in the building. All right. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who's in the building early. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all follow the instructions that she puts in the chat. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker, mod extraordinaire. Make sure y'all do what he says in the chat. Shout out to Jay the Greatest. What's good with it, bro? Let's get to the money. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. What is good with y'all? All right. If y'all haven't smashed that like button yet, smash that like button. If y'all haven't hit the bell and subscribe, hit the bell and subscribe. Also, please share the stream to your social media. All right. So, shout out to the people in the Discord who was able to take advantage of that quote unquote official Trump meme coin. Have you guys seen how that thing is moving? Listen, man, I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but the rest of the cryptocurrency market, except for Bitcoin and Solana, for the most part, you know, they kind of down, right? They kind of down. Yo, this might sound crazy, but I think a lot of cryptocurrency got sold off to buy that Trump meme coin. I think a lot of crypto got sold off, and a lot of the money that got sold off got put into that Trump meme coin. I truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. Now, what I want you guys to do is pay very close attention, right? There's a token called Spell that I've told people, you know what I'm saying? Like, throw a few dollars of it here and there, right? Throw a few dollars in there, here and there. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to Spell, Spell has a 24-hour volume to market cap ratio right now. 24-hour volume for market cap ratio, or market cap 1.8, 4 million and 1.8 million. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that to say this. Coins prices will jump. The valuation will be higher, and you will make more money on the coins based on how close the 24-hour volume and the market cap are to a 1-to-1 ratio. If the 24-hour volume begins to exceed the market cap, you're really, really going to get a good return on that token during that time period. Now, this is what I want to ask you guys. When it comes to the Trump coin that just came out, that's going crazy, somebody tell me what the 24-hour volume is and what the market cap is. All right? Somebody do that for me. All right? Bitcoin will event horizon the world's market cap. Bitcoin will event horizon the world's market cap. Why do people say that it's so important to hold some amount of Bitcoin? If Bitcoin completely event horizons the world's market cap, the majority of the value of any priced asset in the world will be determined, quote unquote, in Bitcoin. So if the majority of the value is determined and held in Bitcoin, if you don't have Bitcoin, or if you don't have some other type of assets that bring in a decent amount of money or that are worth a decent amount of money, here's my question. How are you going to be able to participate in the economy? That's my question. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. All right. Now, if you guys want me to do a live stream of the inauguration, I'm going to need everybody to type in #1MLG. All right. If y'all want me to do a live stream of the inauguration. All right. Bitcoin gains as Trump reportedly plans crypto executive order. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What's going to all be in this crypto executive order? And my question is, what is this going to do to the crypto prices on Monday? Me personally, right? Shout out to everybody watching. We've seen this happen before. We've been around before when this has happened. We've live streamed about it. We've talked about it. We've had a good laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that most people's crypto portfolios will probably double on Monday. They may not. I might be wrong, but I think that there's a good chance that people's crypto portfolios might double on Monday. I think that we'll see more gains than what we saw on election night. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Bungo Mungo. Bungo Mungo says, "Yeah, bro, I was too late on that Trump coin. Surprised I didn't even hear about it." Listen, bro, I don't think you might. Now, of course, you might be too late to get those early, the early gains, right? But I think that Trump coin is gonna. I think it's got a good 4-year life on it for people to be able to make some money. You might not have made the initial money, right? But just because you didn't make the initial money, that don't mean that it's not money out there that you'll be able to make. You know what I'm saying? So don't count yourself out yet. Now, shout out to Jay the Greatest. Jay the Greatest says, "I see Bitcoin hit $105,000. Now, you see Bitcoin hit $105 on Inauguration Day? Now, if I'm not mistaken, Bitcoin is $105,000 about right now, right? Shout out to the people in the chat. Somebody throw the current Bitcoin price in the chat. All right. So now it says Bitcoin gains as Trump reportedly plans crypto executive order. What all is going to be in this crypto executive order? All right. We'll look at this video in a little bit. Bitcoin rejoiced the crypto rally on Friday amid reports that President-elect Donald Trump could soon release an executive order making crypto a national priority. The price of the flagship cryptocurrency was last higher by more than 4% at $104,672.37, according to Coinmetrics. The broader crypto market, measured by the CoinDesk 20 index, was up another 3% after a 4% increase on Thursday. Shares of exchange operators Coinbase and Robinhood advanced more than 4% each. Trading activity in small cap cryptocurrencies benefits the trading platform. Appetite for smaller cap, higher risk coins has grown ahead of Trump's inauguration, with Litecoin surging 30% in the past 2 days. Now, again, here's some inaccurate news, right? Now, this may be true. Appetite for smaller cap, higher risk coins have grown ahead of Trump's inauguration. And then they act like Litecoin is a smaller cap, higher risk coin. And it's not. And there's other factors that are making Litecoin have a surge like this. Yeah, shout out to Bungo Mungo, $104,601. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. What's good with it, bro? So Bitcoin is trading at about that right now. I know this is a bold prediction. I think that Bitcoin could go as high as 125,000 on Inauguration Day. And that's only a 25% increase. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right? The move follows a Bloomberg report late Thursday that Trump could create the crypto advisory council he previously promised, giving the industry a voice within his administration. All right? A Bitcoin stockpile is a part of discussions about a possible executive order that would cover several areas of crypto policy. The New York Times reported the same day. All right. Newly heightened expectations come after warnings from Wall Street this month that although having a pro-crypto Congress and White House in 2025 is sure to be supportive for innovation in the industry and asset class, it could take a while before the market feels the impact. I don't know. Would you guys agree with that? If you guys agree that it could take a while before the market feels the impact, to give me a thumbs up. If you don't, to give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says Solana at an all-time high. Yo, I bought most of my Solana at an all-time low, and it's now at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's what's good, man. And you guys know about that announcement. Solana could possibly be a part of the crypto strategic stockpile. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bungo Mungo. Bungo Mungo says, I got crypto and NFTs sitting everywhere. Been collecting those SHIB NFTs they gave for free on newsletter. Also, hella crypto actions on Discord. Bro, you gotta get us hip. You know what I'm saying? Join that Discord. Make sure you hit that link and join our Discord. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If y'all not part of the Discord, join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Coins and crypto projects outside of Bitcoin arguably stand to gain more from clear and supportive policy and regulation, as they've been more of a target of SEC lawsuits and alleged banking discrimination under the Biden administration. Some investors say Bitcoin could see a rocket ship rally, however, if a national stockpile or reserve is established. All right. So again, I want you guys to pay attention to the typos. Like, how does this sentence make sense? Some investors say Bitcoin could see a rocket ship rally. However, if a national stockpile or reserve is established. I mean, what do they mean by that? You know what I'm saying? What do they mean by that? I don't know what they mean by that. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what they mean by that. I really wish that if they use Chat GPT or whatever it is that they use, I really wish that they would edit, you know, the articles. That's what's good, bro. Shout out to Bungo Mungo. Make sure y'all throw some flames in the chat for Bungo Mungo. Bungo Mungo said 2018. I've been sitting on crypto, didn't sell nothing. This is gonna be the year for you, bro. Actually, every year is gonna be the year for you, but this is gonna be a really good year to just sit back and watch your wallet. You know what I'm saying? And same here. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I didn't have much, and I was younger, and I had a different type of investment strategy. But bro, I got them laser eyes nowadays. Like Jay-Z said, I'm focused, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused, man. Bitcoin has been trading closely with stocks so far this year. It's been in consolidation mode since late December, when the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell sounded an inflation alarm that subsided this week after two cool December inflation reports. Bitcoin EFTs have seen more than $1 billion in inflows in the past 2 days. Now, you guys know how they always make that big news when there's outflows of Bitcoin ETFs. Why don't they make the big news about when the Bitcoin ETFs have billions of dollars in inflows? And here's a question that I got for everybody. Why is it that there's so much high volume institutional buying when it comes to Bitcoin currently, yet the market does not seem to reflect the price and demand of these wholesale high volume sales? Have you guys noticed that? If you guys have noticed that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have not noticed that, then give me a thumbs down. All right. Investors expect any announcements from the incoming administration next week to send Bitcoin higher, potentially to a new record. All right. Newly heightened expectations come after warnings from Wall Street this month that although having a pro-crypto Congress and White House in 2025 is sure to be supportive for innovation in the industry and asset class, it could take a while before the market feels the impact. So again, I don't know, man. I think the market is really feeling the impact, and I think we're going to continue to feel the impact. Now, I want you guys to see this. Do you see this? Regulatory clarity could drive Bitcoin to $225,000 this year, says H.C. Wainwright. I think that that's actually an accurate prediction. I think that that's actually an accurate position. I think that anything inside the $100,000 range, I think those are very conservative. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ern. Ern said was going to buy Trump meme at under $20, but might be too late. Things is going to dump for sure. Probably. That you're probably right about that. But how long do you think it'll be before the dump, though? Do you think that there's any point that you'll be able to get in and be able to find a profit area? I think honestly, if it gets dumped, I think the dump will probably come after the presidency. Now, mind you, you won't get the early entry, benefits, but you might be able to get some margins with the Trump coin. You know what I'm saying? We have to take a look at it. We have to see how it's moving. You know what I'm saying? See how it behaves in relation to other cryptocurrencies. I think it might be workable, though. You know what I'm saying? We have to take a look and see. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the new administration and a new SEC chairman opens the door for new opportunity in cryptocurrency innovation. JP Morgan analyst Kenneth Worthington said in a note this week. However, he added, we don't see a next wave of cryptocurrency exchange traded products launches being meaningful for the crypto ecosystem, given much smaller market capitalization of other tokens and far lower investor interest. Bitcoin's record is $108,327.01 from December 17th. It's up more than 11% in 2025. All right. So again, you get like all of this evidence of how good of an asset Bitcoin is and other cryptocurrencies and, how much wealth they create. And it's like, for whatever reason, people are still they deny reality about cryptocurrency. Is the cryptocurrency cognitive dissonance is extremely bizarre. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely bizarre. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. We got it early thanks to Win Lose a Rug. Everybody throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win Lose a Rug. We got it early in the Discord thanks to Win Lose a Rug. Thanks to our resident AI and chart czar, we got the info early. You know what I'm saying? Late last night. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Everybody show Win Lose a Rug some love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ern. Ern said it will dump Monday or Tuesday. You think? We'll see. It might. You never know. It might. I don't know though. I think let's just say it was. Let's just say it was dumped, right? I think that the Trump cult, even if it was dumped, right? Like even if there was a rug pull, the Trump cult will keep it alive for a longer duration of time after the dump, and that it still give you some time to be able to capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ern. Ern said, but famous and rich people are behind this. Yeah, they are, and it's a lot of. Now let me ask y'all this: all the CEOs and all those people that met with Trump, do y'all think that they got some Trump coin donated to them? Of course they did. They got Trump coins into their crypto wallets.
Welcome back to the exchange, and look at Bitcoin. It's up 4% today, nearing 105,000, which is pretty close to its all-time high. The president-elect has gone from skeptic of cryptocurrencies to more of a believer, and is now reportedly planning an executive order to name crypto a national imperative or priority. Shares of Coinbase and Robinhood are up as well, of course, in sympathy. And my next guest says this rally will continue, with Bitcoin hitting $200,000 this year. Joining me now is Jeff Kendrick. He's global head of digital asset research at Standard Chartered. And Jeff, I was going to say, and you're not even a Bitcoin strategist, but I guess in some way you are. Welcome.
Well, thanks, Kelly. It's a pleasure.
So just walk me through a little bit of the history of how you've analyzed the price of something.
So let me ask you guys this question. This guy says a Bitcoin price of $225,000 by the end of the year. Is that a good prediction? Do you think that that's possible? Do you think that that's plausible? Do you think that that's conservative? Do you think that that's too small? Let me know what you guys think.
Something like Bitcoin, and what gets you today to a call of 200K by year end?
2024 was all about the ETF inflows, and quite frankly, they were the best launch of any ETF in the history of the ETF market. And before 2024, and also through this year, I think it's reasonable to compare the ETF inflows to what happened with gold when you had the first gold ETF in the US, which was 2004. In that case, it took about 7 years for that market to mature. Last year, we saw pretty much half of the maturation that I've been expecting to come through in the Bitcoin ETF space. And so I expect that to continue this year. When gold went through that 7-year period, 2004 to 2011, prices multiplied by about 4 times. So that gets you to around about that $200,000 mark by the end of 2025, considering where we started at the start of last year.
All right.
And interestingly, on the ETF side, although we've had about $36 billion of inflows already to Bitcoin ETFs in a net sense, almost none of that is very long-term, long-only money. At the end of September, only 1% was that very long-term pension fund space. So that really hasn't even started yet, and that's where I'm expecting the cash to come from. in 2025.
And that's a good kind of grasp of what could drive prices considerably higher from here after the rally we've already seen. I guess the flip side would be, and you have said, look, if it breaks 90,000 to the downside, watch out.
I mean, it is extremely volatile, right? So Bitcoin and digital assets right now, the total market cap of the whole sector is only $3.8 trillion. So that's roughly the same as Apple, right? So it's very, very small. So think about the tech industry in the late 90s, very small, very volatile.
Mm-hmm.
And what you need to see now, once Trump takes office on Monday, is for the administration to do some of what the market is hoping for, right? So this week we've come up to 105.
I want pay attention to the chart. I want people to look at the chart. Look at how a 4% increase in Bitcoin is $4,000. Do you guys remember that the black hole scale and planet scale video that we watched? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs down. This is like that, but just represented in numbers. Look at these fluctuations. Look at this. If you look at the percentages, the percentages, you got 4.37, negative 2.42, positive 2.42, and positive 6.47, right? But look at the actual dollar amount. Look at 4%, $4,381.25 in Bitcoin. That's wild. You don't see that very often. And it's just amazing to look at. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is where you get into those Omega candles and those God candles, right? A 10% fluctuation in Bitcoin is a $10,000 increase. A 10% increase at $100 is $10. A Bitcoin 10% increase at the current price is $10,000. That's just wild. That's just wild.
1,000 today, on the hope that after Monday we get some regulatory changes. We already know we're getting changes at the SEC, and perhaps we even get some money coming out of the government to build up, strategic reserves, a la what we've seen in other asset classes like gold, for example.
Right, because I'm trying to think what at this point would propel Bitcoin higher based on what's already priced in terms of the rumors. I mean, when we've gotten to the point they practically expect a strategic Bitcoin.
Okay, so check this out. She actually asked a good question for somebody that may not be just completely obsessed with Bitcoin or crypto like how we are, right? Her question was, what is it that could drive the price of Bitcoin higher? If you ask me, I think that my title of this video is pretty accurate, but I want to ask you guys, with Bitcoin being at over $100,000, what could drive the price of Bitcoin higher? See, I think a lot of people tend to think because the price is so high and it just looks so astounding and it just looks so amazing that the price is so high, a lot of people think that Bitcoin is capped out at value. But if you ask me, I don't think Bitcoin is anywhere near capped out at value. As a matter of fact, I think that for one, Bitcoin is undervalued. And for two, it hasn't even reached it. It hasn't even reached, I would say Bitcoin hasn't even reached 90% of its value holding potential. So my question for everybody watching is, with a Bitcoin price of over $100,000, about $105,000, what can cause Bitcoin's price to increase beyond that? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. And shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Shout out to everybody. We are on the 1-to-1 ratio. We got 15 live viewers and we got 14 likes. If you guys could, please throw some 100% in the chat for hitting that 1-to-1. I appreciate you guys.
And my thinking it would be, okay, maybe if we start seeing institutions add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, but even that has kind of been whispered about, right? So, it's that idea that if we don't get a bunch of new exciting announcements, what happens then?
Of course, and we see similar things in other asset classes as well, right? So I would say by Monday, we'll be getting close to that all-time high of 108,000. I suspect then President Trump will suggest something in his speech. So I'd expect the asset class to be mentioned Monday during the inauguration in some form. That'd be seen as a positive. And then after that, we need to see some announcements. And that's when the risk comes in for me, because clearly there are a lot of other things that the new administration will be focused on, not just what I would like to see in the digital asset space.
Are you going to be at the crypto ball? You know, Snoop's going to be there.
Well, exactly. Unfortunately, not tonight for myself, but it sounds like there's a pretty good list going to that in Washington.
It's funny to me as well, because it's not as if this is part of the official inauguration or anything. They're just throwing a party a few blocks. Do they think he's going to stop by, or is it just like, hey, look, we did it? You know, and look at Bitcoin today. We're practically back to an all-time high. You know, it's all good. It cracks me up.
Well, I mean, look, the industry has been waiting a long time to have an administration that looks to be supportive, right? So the last 4 years have been very tricky. The SEC has been much less constructive than the asset class probably had been hoping for. So the fact that we now have an administration that at worst is going to be neutral probably means more TradFi involvement, means more of that long-term money getting involved, and really a legitimization of the industry.
Now look at these, right? Pay attention to these stocks. These are some of the stocks that we rock with. Look at the returns on these bad boys. Look at the returns on these bad boys. Coinbase, 5.37%. Mara Holdings, look at that, 12.95% is up to $20. CleanSpark is up from when we last talked about it. Shout out to Win, Lose a Rug, and shout out to Brooklyn Queen. They were on the call-in when we talked about this. It's up to $12.21. Riot Platforms is up 4.39%, is up to $13.95. Judging from these prices right now, where do you all see the prices of these stocks on December 31st? Let me know what you guys think. All right.
So no great surprise that there's some parties going on this year.
See, look at that. Crypto catalyst under Trump. Look at that. Look at that. Crypto catalysts under Trump. You know what I'm saying? People out here eating good under Trump. We warned them about it, man. Trump with the apron. You know what I'm saying? Trump with the apron on is a problem out here. You know what I'm saying? 21 Trump Street. That's where that crypto party about to be at. So let's check out this other video. It's talking about Bitcoin at $105,000. All right.
$1,000 as Wall Street rallies and reports circulate that Trump is planning a crypto executive order. And Cosmo Jiang of Pantera reacts to Bitcoin's rise ahead of Trump's inauguration. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanae McKeel. Crypto markets mostly in the green today to end the week. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin jumped 5.8% to $105,000. Ether climbed 3% to $34.38, and XRP pulled back by more than 4%.
Shout out to Bungo. Yo, listen, bro. Every time I think of back in the day cryptocurrency, I get extremely irritated with myself that I didn't hold my Tron. You still hold any Tron? If it's anybody in here that hold Tron, give me a thumbs up. If you don't hold Tron, give me a thumbs down.
4% after rallying double digits yesterday. Taking a look at weekly performance, Bitcoin jumped more than 10% after a lull earlier in the week. Ether rose more than 5%, and XRP surged by nearly 38%, all as of noon. Let's talk about the top stories. President-elect Trump reportedly plans to make crypto a national priority. According to Bloomberg, he could release an executive order elevating crypto as a policy priority.
Hey, must be the money. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some darts in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We 1 out of 10. Appreciate it, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure you guys show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it. Brooklyn says supporting the Alpha Crypto Pookie organization, reaching those solar mass black hole numbers. Facts. Super facts. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. And ladies and gentlemen, she bought y'all lunch. She funded the organization with a nice lunch. One of them Mar-a-Lago lunches.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
In Springfield,
So don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the
Said it was some Haitians, somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
They're eating the dog, eat the cat.
It's a shame, it's a pity. Thought overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he clipped with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Hey, definitely appreciate it, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Definitely appreciate it.
Of course, he campaigned on crypto as an issue, which was largely well received by an industry that had been a target of SEC lawsuits and banking discrimination under the outgoing administration. Trump's transition team has also announced a handful of crypto-friendly picks for positions like Treasury Secretary, SEC Chair, and a new crypto and AI czar. Next, Democrat Senator Mark Warner of Virginia turned down an opportunity to be the top Democrat on a new crypto subcommittee under the Senate Banking Committee. Axios reported that Warner rejected the offer and will instead serve as the top Democrat on the Securities, Insurance, and Investment Subcommittee. Senator Warner's office confirmed the news in an email to CNBC. The new Digital Assets Subcommittee was announced at the start of the new Congress earlier this month, with Wyoming Senator and crypto ally Cynthia Lummis serving as chair. All right, let's go back to markets for our main story. I spoke with Cosmo Jiang, general partner at Pantera, to get his reaction to the rally ahead of Trump's inauguration. Cosmo, thank you so much for joining me on Crypto World today. A really interesting week in the markets with the macro narrative kind of leading at the beginning, and now a lot of excitement ahead of Trump's inauguration on Monday. What do you make of the moves, and specifically, I think the contrast between what we saw in Bitcoin, which until today, or not until today, but yesterday was kind of flat. We saw Ether down yesterday. Meanwhile, yesterday, all altcoins were rallying, and then we saw meme coins kind of join the party a little bit more today. And then, of course, some headlines out there on Trump's plans for, the earlier part of his next presidency. What do you make of the action?
Yeah, I mean, it's always an interesting time in the crypto markets, and there's a lot of volatility, and there's a lot of stuff to watch out for. I'd say at a very high level, look, this in the near term, there's obviously a few headwinds, whether it's
shout out to the specialist. What's good with it, bro? Now, let me ask you guys this question: when it comes to all of these promises and all of this crypto legislation and all this stuff, my question for you guys is realistically, right? Like realistically, not overshooting anything, not being over optimistic, not being overly pessimistic. What do you think the realistic move forward that Trump is going to do for crypto? What initiatives do you think that he's actually going to be able to do and get put into place? Let me know what you guys think.
People thinking about the general macro headwinds of rates being higher for longer. There's some weird technical resistance around the round number of 100K for Bitcoin. And everyone is certainly watching Bitcoin first. I would say, though, that if you think about like the impact of the political and regulatory shift that's going to happen, really I anticipate a strong year for all digital assets of Bitcoin and everything else. But really, the regulatory shift is more meaningfully positive for tokens outside of just Bitcoin. Because when you think about it, Bitcoin has very clearly benefited from having a more clear recognition for why it exists. That narrative, that story is very known to a lot of people. And frankly, the change in administration doesn't change that. Everyone still knows that there is more adoption, but the story hasn't changed. It's actually for everything else, altcoins, the tokens that represent the other serious, productive projects that actually much more changes with the potential passage of comprehensive regulation. And so that's where we're spending a lot of time and really leaning into. And I think you'll start to see that as the year progresses.
What does success look like for all of those other projects this year? Because it does seem like, you know, the altcoins and just the smaller cap cryptocurrencies are, you know, not as integrated with the broader markets the way Bitcoin became last year. So I think under the Trump administration and having a pro-crypto Congress, a lot of room for innovation in crypto products and offerings. But what does that success?
Now, shout out to Bungo Mungo. Bungo Mungo makes a really good and interesting point. Bungo Mungo said, it's a battle for which crypto is going to replace the SWIFT system. That's an interesting proposition. And I think that we should actually deal with that. My question for you guys is, when it comes to any of these cryptocurrencies that are in the atmosphere right now, which cryptocurrency do you all feel would be best equipped to replace or to be integrated with the SWIFT system? I think something like Ripple would probably be one of the first things that, you know, Trump would look at and try to push in that direction. Or something, you know, some Ethereum or, you know, Ethereum layer 2 solution, right? But let me know what you guys think.
Success look like beyond just, you know, prices of altcoins rallying? Yeah. Are you looking to see this integrated within corporations? What kind, like what would kind of give it that like stamp of legitimacy beyond what you've seen with Bitcoin and Ether?
Absolutely. No, it all comes back to the industry has to deliver, and these tokens have to deliver a service that people want to use and that people are willing to pay for ultimately. You know, for me, the reason why I think digital assets is such an interesting industry is because right now there's only, call it, tens of millions of users that actually interact with blockchain every day. But the reality is we do believe that a lot of these products, a lot of these protocols that these tokens represent, they will eventually reach penetrations of billions of users over time. And so if you believe that, then naturally, logically, that must mean that they've delivered some sort of value and that these tokens should probably perform a lot better than something like a Bitcoin. And so what does that success look like? Look, I think these tokens, I think one of the major maybe misconceptions or the things that people don't really understand about crypto is that tokens are just a new form of capital formation. What that means is that a lot of these tokens actually represent units of businesses, right? They act and feel a lot like equities. A lot of these businesses will never have an equity. They'll only have a token. That's how they align incentives with management teams, with employees, with token holders or the equivalent of shareholders, and very uniquely to crypto users. And so, you know, I foresee a world where there are more and more of these tokens, and they're recognized as being these value-creating services and you know, they will perform as such as well.
So Cosmo, I think this rally that we're seeing today is especially interesting to me because I have been watching the Bitcoin price action as more of a macro trade. It was in sort of, you know, consolidation mode ever since Jerome Powell's comments at the end of December. And then those were kind of pushed away after these cool inflation reports that we got this week. Its correlation with the S&P 500 has really kind of spiked in the last 2 weeks. And it makes a lot of sense to me to see the altcoins rallying ahead of the inauguration. What do you track this year? Something that I've been talking about with a lot of people in crypto and on Wall Street.
No, I said, right, like I made the assumption. It seems like today in the market, it seems like a lot of cryptocurrency sell-offs occurred, and a lot of those cryptocurrency sell-offs occurred for people to go buy that Trump coin, right? But that's just an assumption. You know what I'm saying? I have no way of knowing if that's correct. You know what I'm saying? It's just an observation. My question for you guys is, what's causing the market to be down so much today? Let me know what you guys think about what's causing the market to be down so much today. All right.
Wall Street is the idea that even if we get crypto policy out of Congress this year, it could be 9 to 12 months before we actually feel the effects of that. Like, we might see the innovation, but we might not see the impact show up in the market. So how would you
Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, "Nah, that's exactly why." Shit, hey, if that is exactly why, that says a lot. That says something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes a statement. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay. Jay said, "I'm watching a video about Trump sending $41 trillion to Black Americans and $151 million to each Black American." Did anybody hear? I didn't hear about that. Did anybody hear about that? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, then give me a thumbs down. If you got a link or something, you know what I'm saying, make sure you throw the link in the chat. Shout out to Bungo. Bungo wants the Discord link. The Discord link is pinned in the chat. All right. But also the mods can put the Discord link in the chat. If the mods could put the Discord link in the chat, I'd appreciate it.
Advise in terms of pacing and just the broader outlook for 2025?
Yeah. I mean, look, in the near term, it's sort of like there's always a few things that spook investors, and that's always true, right? Like, the first is this next week's inauguration. Crypto has this very frequent tendency to sell the news. There's there's been a large correlation of all risk assets, not just Bitcoin, right? Equities too, to the macro data and the rates being a higher for longer scenario. But all that is to say, in the short term, the market is always finding reasons to be worried. That's the wall of worry that needs to be climbed and creates the conditions for stronger future performance. And from a longer term perspective, I think there are truly so many durable headwinds that get us to a strong positive outlook for the year. But to sort of pace that out, certainly the biggest catalyst this year, like you said, is the political and regulatory inflection, right? This is a real paradigm shift for the blockchain industry. And when you think about what can happen, part of the reason why the blockchain industry has struggled over the last couple of years is just a regime that hasn't been as constructive in helping us grow. And the end result is that a lot of entrepreneurs have actually left the U.S. because they felt they weren't welcome here. There's been a lot of capital that's left the space because they felt it was unclear. All that is changing now. The number one reasons why investors said no before was the lack of regulatory clarity, and that's no longer something that they will say. In the near term, what can be done is definitely different than what can be done over the longer term. But in the near term, what can be done, there's already a lot of rumors out about, you know, the certain executive orders that Trump has prepared for next week. You know, he has a slate of hundreds of executive orders prepared for next week, allegedly. But amongst them, there are a few for crypto, including, importantly, establishing a regime where telling people that there's a regime where we should be a pro-crypto industry, pro-crypto country. And that's a big shift from prior being potentially an anti-crypto administration. And the second is potential announcements around the Bitcoin strategic reserve and whether there's going to be anything around that. And as well as dropping of certain regulations that are certain rulemaking from regulators that perhaps, you know, limited our growth. Longer term, certainly the hope is that there's comprehensive legislation, whether that's around stablecoins, whether that's some digital asset market structure. I agree, it sort of takes minimum probably 6 to 12 months to even get the ball really rolling and write the legislation. But I think the reality is, because the industry wants to play a very strong role in helping shape that legislation, and regulators and I think policymakers are pretty open to that now. You know, we'll start to get a pretty good sense of the range of outcomes of what the regulation might look like much earlier than that legislation coming into fruition. And so people can start building and working towards that much earlier. And so, yes, legislation takes a while to get done, but you can actually start seeing the benefit of it early.
Nah, I think that the YouTube chat, if you don't have a wrench, I think the YouTube chat blocks the links. Are you guys able to see the link that Jay put in the chat? If you guys can see a link in there, give me a thumbs up. If you can't see a link, give me a thumbs down. If it's from an article or a video title, try just putting the article title or the video title in the chat.
Clear, because people start building towards it.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World this week. We'll be back again on Tuesday.
All right, so there's that. All right, so I think that's pretty interesting. All right, and again, when it comes to the quote unquote Bitcoin price predictions, I think that those price predictions of like the $225,000, I think that even that is kind of conservative, but to me, that's more accurate than a quote unquote end of the year price prediction of $125,000. I think that the $125,000 end of the year price predictions, I think that's like that's kind of naive. You know what I'm saying? Now, we talked about Litecoin earlier when CNBC misclassified Litecoin, right? Here's an article from Decrypt that gives a more accurate reason of why the Litecoin price saw the jumps that it saw. All right. Litecoin price jumps double digits as ETF speculation ramps up. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people hold Litecoin? If you hold Litecoin, give me a thumbs up. If you do not hold Litecoin, give me a thumbs down. If you hold Litecoin over the last 2-3 days, you probably saw a very nice increase in the Litecoin price. In order to anticipate price increases and in order to anticipate price decreases, it's very important to understand the relationship and what causes these things. This is one of the reasons why anytime we talk about something, I always ask the question, well, what's the impact on the price going to be? How is there going to be an impact on the price, right? Litecoin price jumps double digits as ETF speculation ramps up. Litecoin has surged to a 4-week high as an amended S1 filing hints at SEC engagement over a spot ETF. Okay. The price of Litecoin soared by double digits in the past 24 hours to reach a 4-week high of $118. It's higher than that right now, if I'm not mistaken, as optimism brews around the potential approval of a Litecoin-based exchange-traded fund. There's going to be a lot of these exchange-traded funds that get approved this year. Let's take a look at this. See something real quick. See where Litecoin is at. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Look at Litecoin. It's at $124.77. Litecoin is at $124.77, and it's down 8.16%. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. At the time of publication, Litecoin is trading at around $117, up 15.1% on the day per data from CoinGecko. Now, Solana's doing real well too. Like a lot of things, this is kind of how it starts. You kind of have these weird days, and then it kind of cycles where one does really good, the other does really good, the other does really good. Then there's like a period of, it's kind of flat and nothing's really moving. Then Bitcoin may, jump a little bit more than it has, but Bitcoin is usually kind of flat around this time. And then next thing you know, like certain things just skyrocket, like just, something will just be like oddly much larger than it was the day before. Then it'll start to be a lot of stuff that's much larger than it was the day before. And then it kind of just sustains into the crash, right? Litecoin surge followed Canary Capital's amendment to its S1 registration form with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on January 15th, a move analysts interpret as a major step towards regulatory engagement. All right. So one of the influences of what caused the Litecoin price to go as high as it did was these talks of ETFs. These talks of ETFs did it. Shout out to Jay the Greatest. Jay the Greatest said the video is explaining about the wealth gap. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a lot of people that talk about the wealth gap. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that talk about the wealth gap. More people that talk about it than do anything about it. Right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. That there's no shortage of people that talk about it, but there's a big shortage of people that make any valid and actual actionable attempts to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I kind of stopped listening. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says such amendments often indicate feedback has been received from regulators and the changes made can provide clues about the status of the review. If the SEC gives Canary's ETF proposal the green light, Litecoin would join Bitcoin and Ethereum as the only cryptocurrencies with US-approved spot ETFs. The filing prompted commentary from Bloomberg ETF analysts Eric Buchanan and James Seifert, with Buchanan pointing to chatter that the Litecoin S1 had gotten comments back from the SEC arguing that it bodes well for predictions that Litecoin is likely to be the next crypto approved for a spot ETF. Now, if that happens, do you all think that this will have an impact on Litecoin's price? And if you guys do think that this will have an impact on Litecoin's price, what do you think the price impact will be? On Wednesday, Buchanan cautioned that the SEC's upcoming leadership transition, with Paul Atkins set to replace Gary Gensler as the agency's chairman, introduces a huge variable in the regulatory outlook. Seifert noted, while filing indicates engagement from the SEC, it will require a 19B4 submission, a regulatory filing that formally starts the clock for approval or denial to advance the process. Okay. Canary Capital's amendments focused on its proposed agreements with crypto custodians Coinbase and BitGo, addressing custodial arrangements to meet SEC standards. The filing includes updates related to accounting, marketing, legal, and tax provisions, ensuring its alignment with the SEC with regulatory requirements. All right. Analysts believe these revisions could expedite the SEC's review process. Now, what I want you guys to see is, do you guys see how when it comes to cryptocurrency, a lot of these companies or people that are interested in using cryptocurrency to create ETFs and other financial products, do you see how they take such time and detail to attempt to make sure that they get everything right so they don't get bothered and harassed by the SEC? You guys see that? If you guys see that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't see that, give me a thumbs down. Blockchain analytics firm Sentiment noted increased activity among large Litecoin holders, with whales and sharks accumulating approximately $250,000 of Litecoin, worth $29 million since January 9th. Despite the rally, Litecoin remains 72% below its all-time high of $410. You guys remember that? Reached in May of 2021, leaving room for growth if regulatory approval is secured. Okay. Competition among altcoins to secure the next U.S. spot crypto ETF is heating up, with firms including Bitwise and VanEck already having filed 19B4 forms for Solana ETFs, giving them a procedural edge. Okay. So look at, this is an old article here from 2024. Bitwise files for Solana ETF as Sol nears record price. All right. So again, here we are right today with Sol nearing a record price. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about that? Analysts at JP Morgan predict significant inflows to approved crypto ETFs, estimating that Solana and XRP ETFs could collectively attract $14 billion in their first year. The market is closely watching the transition in SEC leadership as Paul Atkins assumes the chairmanship. Known for his crypto-friendly stance, the community expects Atkins would create a more favorable environment for crypto ETF approvals. All right, so there's that. So what do you guys think about that? Shout out to Jay, right? Jay said about the video, right? Jay says, quote unquote, I can use extra $151 million. I think that most people can, right? But here goes my question though. Why would Trump decide to just pay that? Let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that Trump got $151 million worth of political support from the people who would receive the 151, or what is it, a couple trillion? The people that will get that $1 trillion. So why would he engage that? Is my question. He got the CEO of Circle paying $1 million for his for his inauguration fee. He's got sitting down with the CEO of Ripple and sitting down with the CEO of Crypto.com. They had that crypto event out in California where they paid $100,000, you know what I'm saying, for the dinner and for the autograph. My question is, where's the political incentive for Trump to do something like that? And why would he do that out of everything else that, you know what I'm saying, he got to do, or other voter constituencies that actually voted for him? Why would he pay trillions of dollars to hashtag couch, you know what I'm saying, when there's people who didn't hashtag couch who actually, you know what I'm saying, voted for him? Did that make sense? So I'm just curious as to whoever came up with that, where they got that from. What do y'all think? My thing is, to me, I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't even understand why Trump would be focused on that particular demographic to do any type of quote unquote payout or anything like that. What did Trump get from that demographic politically? In most politics, it goes off a quid pro quo, right? So as a president, a politician, to initiate any type of initiative based on political reciprocity, what did Trump receive in order to justify that payout? You know what I'm saying? Is hashtag couch 2020 worth 115 million per person for Trump? I just don't understand. I don't understand where he would do it, why he would. To me, based on Trump and who Trump is, and you know what I'm saying, like how Trump thinks and how he's politically aligned, I just don't understand why he would just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I'm about to spend $41 trillion to Black Americans and 151 million to each Black American. I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, how would Trump be incentivized by doing that? And you know, the rest of his constituencies, the rest of his voter constituencies, they're gonna hit him with the, well, where's ours at? Well, where's ours at? Where's ours at? Now we know all of the popular talking points, right? It's a debt owed. How many times have we heard that? It's a debt owed. Like, I think everybody has the idea. We all know it's a debt owed. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the United States owes us that, right? But in this particular situation, what did we do to force the payment out of the United States? Because the only way that the United States is ever going to do something like that is if they're made to. And my question is, what have we done to make them do it? We didn't put Trump in office. We didn't do anything. We hashtag Couch 2020 and talked about the fact that Kamala Harris wasn't Black and completely ignored anything about crypto, completely ignored anything about AI, and a bunch of other failures that happened during the 2024 presidential campaign where political news was supposed to be front and center. It turned into gender war content, right? So my question is, where's this coming from? And why would Trump do it? You know what I'm saying? Nobody did anything of any competence to force the United States' hands. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did anything of competence to force Trump's hand or anything, or even to leverage anything. There was nothing. Everybody was just making a bunch of social media content and Twitter spaces and, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of acronyms and all of that. And that's really about it. So what's the logical justification of why Trump would wake up one morning and say, I'm about to do that? And where did it come from? Who said that this is going to get done? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like, I don't like to count money that I don't have. And I like to operate in terms of reality. Right? And in reality, nobody handed anybody a signed check. Right? Is this true? If this is true, give me a thumbs up. If it's not true, give me a thumbs down. Also, in reality, we haven't seen an instance of anybody being forced to hand anybody a signed check. Right? So the person who holds all the resources and the person who holds all the power, you know what I'm saying, is going to just decide to surrender some of their power and some of their resources for no reason without being overpowered. That's my question. Let me know what you guys think. I just want people to look at the scenario, like look at the actual reality of the scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times people, like, they put a tooth under the pillow and think that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be some money under there like the tooth fairy. You know what I'm saying? Now, shout out to, is that Faith Enlightened? Shout out to Fee. What's good with it? Now, Fee says they have no power anymore. Now, here's my question. Who has no power anymore? Who has no power anymore? If they have no power anymore, then my question is, what are we asking them for then? For one, if we're dealing with if we're dealing with people that don't have any power, then that means that resources and assets can be easily taken by force, right? Because they don't have any power. So my question is, if they don't have any power, it's still an issue of us or the people who are advocating for this stuff being delusional. Because how many people go around asking people that don't have power for stuff? I don't ask weaklings for anything. I take from weaklings, right? Who gets stuff taken from them? So shout out to Fee. Fee says, me personally, I don't want anything from those folks. Now if that's where would the reparations come from then? So my question is, if people don't want anything from those folks, then how do we go from we're talking about cryptocurrency and how we can make money on our own to talking about receiving reparations from those folks that we don't want because we don't want anything from those folks? I don't understand that. Me personally, I don't want anything from those folks. Where do reparations come from? Where would reparations come from? Wouldn't reparations come from illegal money generated from illegal labor that was paid to them folks, which means that it would be something coming from those folks? Who else is going to give anybody reparations? You think you're going to get some Satoshis? You know what I'm saying? Where else they coming from? So we don't want anything from them folks, but we want reparations, and reparations come from them folks. This is one of them situations where we got two things that are opposing and can't exist in the same reality, that the expectation is both of these things must exist. Name me some sources of non-them folks payers that would be paying reparations, so we can pick and choose, so we can skip over the ones that's not from them folks. And I don't understand what any of this has to do with cryptocurrency, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? Since we're here and since we're talking about it, let's talk about it. Shout out to the specialist. The specialist said, "I want mine from." To me, it's that who else is gonna pay? And the thing is that when this stuff gets brought up, we have to nail it down. We have to nail it down. Shout out to Fee. Fee says, "Can we get back to money making?" Well, people thought that, you know, I guess this talking about reparations was quote unquote money making. Right? Shout out to John Guillory. What's good with it? John Guillory said, "What's good, Rob?" And the crypto investors, I'm glad you're still on. I had to take a nap. Trump out here making me great. Hey, ain't it sad, bro? Ain't it sad? Ain't it sad? Ain't it sad? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you for getting in on that degen. You know what I'm saying? But I want to deal with this. I want to deal with this. So my question is, what is the expectation? What is the expectation? Fee said, "We're rich already. We don't need them." How are we rich? When did the racial wealth gap disappear? Did I miss something? How many Bitcoin do most black people have? How many black people own a whole Bitcoin? How many black people got $10,000 liquid cash? We're rich with what? You guys can feel free to chime in the chat. How many businesses do we own that's on the S&P 500? How many factors of production do we own? Shout out to shout out to the specialist. The specialist says I'm thousandaire. Facts. Yeah, people out here centurions. People would tell themselves anything just to try to keep their head above water. Here's the reality. As a whole, quote unquote, as a collective, we have the fastest accelerating poverty destination out of any group of people in the world. Everybody is outraged about the migrant crisis because the migrant crisis is attacking and taking toilet scrubber jobs, which is what most people are qualified for, not high-end jobs that people want to be fake outraged about those visas about. We're poor. We're rich with what is my question. And if we're okay, so here's the two double negatives, right? They don't have any power anymore, but yet and still nobody has just muscled any money from anybody. And we're rich, right? We're rich, but we're still facing a racial wealth gap. So we're living in two realities. We're telling ourselves one thing to not live in low self-esteem states, gaslighting, right? And then it doesn't validate or print out into reality. The egos have to strengthen so that people don't have to tell themselves falsehoods and lies to be able to show their faces in public. What are we rich with? How many record companies do we own? People don't even own their own product. They don't even own their own masters. What's the definition of rich? What's the definition of rich? The definition of rich is having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy. The everyday gap between the rich and poor widens. The second definition of rich is plentiful and abundant. The nation's rich in diverse wildlife. Again, how are we rich? And my question is, why do people feel the need to have to lie to themselves about the state that they're currently in? What if people do that all the time with all kind of stuff? Why do they do it? Shout out to Jay. Jay says, well, what if we had an exemption? What if we could fly? We wouldn't need airplanes, right? You know what I'm saying? How do you get a tax exemption? What was done that showed a competency that a tax exemption could become achieved? And again, it's also been stated that, quote unquote, they don't have any power and that we're rich. Now, you know what happens with rich people with taxes, right? Rich people pay a lot of money in taxes. And then also at the same time, we also don't, it was said in the chat, we quote unquote don't want anything from them. If we're using politics to do any of this stuff, using politics is quote unquote getting from them. Right? So how does any of this work? Somebody explain the blueprint. Shout out to John. John said people would rather lie to themselves instead of create a plan to get out of the situation because it's easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's actually easier to control your own circumstance, you know what I'm saying, and be the master of your own fate. But so many people are so used to being under control that they think that choosing the person that controls them is an actual form of control. Man, so you hear people always say like, oh, you know, people lost and all that. They lost all the time and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know where they going. They ain't got no direction. They lost. When I see and hear stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, this is what I consider, you know what I'm saying? I consider this loss. I consider this loss. You know what I'm saying? Think about looking in the mirror and telling yourself an entire script that what you see in the mirror isn't in the mirror. That's like identity dysphoria. The very same people will sit there and say that they got a problem with all the LGBTQ stuff. Well, you can't be a man and call yourself a woman while we're poor calling ourselves rich. Double standards, contradictions, a moving standard of not making any sense. Live in real time. How is anything ever supposed to progress when that's the norm? It's people that's willing to put more into trying to figure out how to beg these pathetic people that benefit from the United States than try to create their own pathway. Shout out to Fee. Fee says, brother, you can't assume people who speak to you on here are in make believe of their lives. I'm really rich. Let me see what you said originally. You didn't say I'm. You said we. So I didn't assume anything about you, right? You said we. We means the collective, right? So collectively, Black people have a racial wealth gap, and we're all the way at the bottom of the poverty level. Now, here's my question. How does you as an individual change that fact? And why would you say that I was talking about you when you were the one that said we? Fee said, my area code is 33076, Florida. I own business. I need nothing from no man. I didn't say that you did. I'm not the one that told people to, you know what I'm saying, you know, about the reparations thing. Right? But, I mean, you know, shout out to you. You got your own business. So shout out to Fee. So Fee said, because I come from a team, it's not just me. So when you said we here, you were talking about your team. Here's my question. How was I supposed to know that, and why didn't you specify that? Shout out to Dre D. What's good with you, bro? Hey man, did Carlton make a new account? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus said, "Ha! A team. Ninjas only work in teams when chasing a damn orange ball." Man, I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't have any folks, and I'm not handling anybody. And how I'm handling people, I'll tell you exactly how I'm handling people. And pay very close attention to this. I'm not locking anybody up. I'm not beating the brakes out of anybody. I'm not washing anybody up and down the street with high pressure water hoses. I haven't blocked anybody. You've been allowed to have free speech, right? You're getting treated like a first-class citizen, something that you're not used to, which is why you don't recognize it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something that I'm real good at. I'm really good at treating people really bad, and I'm not treating you real bad. I don't need to choose my words better. I haven't sworn at you. I haven't called you any type of names. Maybe I need to actually choose that way of talking to you, because you don't seem to be able to respond to niceness appropriately. You are getting treated with respect. What you consider respect is people just bowing to you and listening to everything that you say and worshiping you and thinking that everything that you say is correct and not challenging it. You haven't been disrespected. If you call yourself a man, bro, and you think that this is disrespect, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Let me shout out to the chat. Have I been disrespectful? Now, I don't know how often you watch my content, but this definitely ain't me being disrespectful. I'm just saying. Shout out to my man, John. Make sure you guys show John some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John Guillory for standing on business for 20 months.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
And shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire. Also, the first person hitting the target. Make sure you guys show Brooklyn Queen some love. Standing on business for 17 months. Definitely appreciate it.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate it. Fee says, I will call your phone later. I mean, okay, what was that supposed to mean? You must know me. You got my phone number? Call me. You know what I'm saying? What is that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then call me for what? This is weird. You said that I disrespected you and I didn't disrespect you. Now you're inviting yourself to my phone line. I don't know who you are. I don't necessarily know if I actually want to have a phone conversation with you or not. Do you think that you have that much authority that you could just insert yourself into somebody's life? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be met with what? I guess respect is what it should be met with. I think it might be met with them type of laws that y'all familiar with down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, though. Now, mind you, this is the guy that's asking for the respect, right? I didn't say I was going to visit him or call his phone or any of that. And I want y'all to pay attention. This is how people get down. This is how people get down. Just watch. You watching a live. You watching a live action example of what I be talking about all the time. It's a live action example. Homeboy got mad. I got money. I don't need nothing from no man. I didn't say that you did. Matter of fact, I always say we don't need shit from nobody. We can make it ourselves. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Strange flexion. Yeah, facts. This is how mad people move and act like that and sound like that and talk like that. Where'd they get that from? Oh, see, you don't agree with anything that I'm saying. I honestly, I don't think anything was even said to agree or disagree with. I just ask questions, right? We're rich. How are we rich? Then I laid out my facts. Well, here's the facts. Poverty line. Low skill, low income jobs. You know what I'm saying? Racial wealth gap. Low asset acquisition. Very little property, plant, and equipment. Very little factors of production. How are we rich? After all of that explanation, and I can't answer those questions, then what I'll do is I'll divert away from the question by saying, well, I was talking about me and my team. I just wasn't going to tell you until you came with your rebuttal in case I couldn't answer your rebuttal. Listen, bro, I don't care where you're from. You know what I'm saying? The streets is the same everywhere. Some people, you know what I'm saying, are susceptible to game. Other people size people up real quick. I'm on the size people up real quick side. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I mean, like I want y'all to like. You just got to ask yourself, like, somebody who is affluent and somebody who has allegedly, quote, money or power or resources, that's how they present themselves to the world amongst a group of strangers. Look at how I'm treating my people. When the last time you ever went to a prison and told anybody in there, look how they treating their people, the ones that got bodies on them? Look at how I treat my people. You want to know how I treat my people? Everybody that's come in contact with me has left alive. That's how I treat my people. Now, have you ever asked a question about how people treat their people to people who can't say that? Because there's a lot of people that can't say that. And I'm not going to be funny, bro. As far as like the quote unquote my people thing, the people thing, everybody ain't my people. Everybody ain't my people. Weak people ain't my people. Suckers ain't my people. Chumps ain't my people. Punks ain't my people. People that don't have no backbone ain't my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This is the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go to one of them conscious community live streams and my people, my brother over there. Because this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This is something else. I was just about to shout out Win, Lose, or Rug. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Shout out to John Guillory. This is how you definitely know this ain't no conscious community stream, because we passed money 6 times. We pass money amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is how you know this ain't no conscious community stream. Because our copies of Powernomics don't have dust on them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Guillory. Make sure y'all show John Guillory some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John Guillory for funding the organization. John Guillory said, you know the commercials for Kamala saying, my name is Bob and I'm not rich as hell. Like Trump's friends. I got one. My name is John and I'm rich as hell because of BLR. Then it will say my name is Rob and I approve this message. Yo, bro, facts. I'm rich as hell because of Trump's policies and BLR. We eating good under Trump. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of eating good under Trump, you know what I'm saying? What kind of condiments do y'all like on your cat and on your dog?
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
In Springfield,
Don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. It's a pity. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines. I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Definitely appreciate it, bro. Yo, I want people to understand, it's more people in the world like that than it is like us. Y'all know that, right? If y'all know that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. It's more people in the world like that than like us. I've never had my ego damaged so, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where I let somebody else control me, right? Like, I couldn't let a YouTuber control me into being in the comment section and I have to tell people about my wealth or about what I have to, I guess, to try to keep up with the conversation or to try to make a point, because there's no point to be made with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm rich. Okay. I never said that you wasn't. Where did you receive the damage at where you felt you had to respond with that to recover from that damage? I don't need no man. I got money. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. All the men on the money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Facts. Butthurt. But butthurt from what though? You need to respect me. Nah. Let me tell you something. That's not disrespect. That's the reality of realizing that you're inferior in the presence of someone who is superior. And you feel offended because you can't keep up. Even if the person is treating you with complete 100% professionalism. You need to respect me. know what you, when somebody says that, what they're actually saying is you need to come down to my level so that we can be equal, because I'm looking up to have to see you right now, and it's angering me because it's making me realize all of my shortcomings. That's not the way people supposed to handle that. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but like I pick up on that, and I'm gonna play. I pick up on it, and I'm gonna do the moonwalk all over it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you a person like that, here's a hint: try to be less transparent. Try to be less transparent. Just because you feel inadequate in the presence of others, that don't necessarily mean that those others are coming for you. That just means that if you feel a certain kind of way, maybe you might want to work on some things. That's all that means. I see there's people that have more ability than me. There's people that got more money than me. You know what I'm saying? People that are more in shape and healthy than me. I don't get upset when I'm in their presence. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have attributes that they have or that they've either worked on that are better than mine. I look at that as a benchmark. Oh, okay, like I see what this person did. I'm about to see what I can do on that end. Because you know what I'm saying, that might work out for me. I don't see that as a threat. You know what I'm saying? If you see everything as a threat, that means you're scared. You know what I'm saying? That means you're scared. You know what I'm saying? That means you definitely ain't moving with the lights out. You know what I'm saying? That definitely means you ain't leaving your front door open. That definitely means you make sure them locks is on at the stoplights. That means you're scared. That means you're scared. And there's nothing more dangerous than a scared animal. You know what I'm saying? Look at how you're treating your people. Look at how you're treating your people. Look at how I'm treating them. They all alive. My. How people forget. Oh, man. Where they get them at, man? Where they get them at? Shout out to my man, Terrence Hooker. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Terrence some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Terrence Hooker for funding the organization and for growing the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Now, like, I could go in, right? Like, man, when I tell you I could go in, oh, man, I could springboard off of that little exchange that we just had, and I could go in. Man, I could go in. I could go in. I could go in. Man, I could drop some nukes. But out of respect, because I'm respectful like that. I'm offended that I was called disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because out of respect. Shout out to, yeah, I think it was BLR2, bro. BLR2 will be back too, by the way, in you know what I'm saying, late February. Out of respect, I'm not gonna go in. I'm not gonna go in. I just want y'all to make a mental note of that little exchange and pay attention to when you see stuff that's similar to that, you know, patterns and all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure we'll come back to it. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to who was able to take advantage. Shout out to everybody. Throw some flames, some ducks in the chat for Win Lose or Rug, man. Shout out to Win Lose or Rug doing his thing, man. Putting the roll on his back. You know what I'm saying? And taking it to the next level, man. How many people was able to benefit from that Trump token? If you guys was able to benefit from that Trump token, throw some flames in the chat. If you weren't, it's all good. We're gonna keep an eye on it, see what it do, right? Did Donald Trump really just drop a Solana meme coin? The answer is yes, and it's going crazy right now. Anybody got the current price? Donald Trump is promoting a Solana meme coin from his social media accounts. Elaborate hack or truly wild new era for crypto? Truly wild new era for crypto. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Right? Hold on. Shout out to somebody sent your boy a Cash App, I think. Shout out to whoever sent the Cash App, man. I appreciate you. Yo, if you sent the Cash App, you know what I'm saying, in the chat, you know what I'm saying, show yourself so I can give you some props, you know what I'm saying, throw some drops for you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know I'm about to the Cash Apps be having me dying laughing. Y'all already know I'm about to flip it to Bitcoin immediately. You know what I'm saying? Immediately getting flipped to Bitcoin. Or you know what? Since I'm buying a little bit of stocks on the Cash Apps now. Too, you know what I'm saying? They got Mara Holdings on there. They got MicroStrategies on there. You know what I'm saying? I bought a couple little stocks on there too. I'm watching some stock prices. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to AB Promotions. Yo, shout out to AB Promotions. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show AB Promotions some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for AB Promotions for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Now, I don't know what the amount was, but shout out to AB Promotions, man. AB Promotions be showing love anyway all the time. So AB Promotions bought us lunch anyway. If he didn't buy us the full lunch, I get the rest of the tab. I get the rest of the tab with my gains. You know what I'm saying? I get the rest of the tab with my gains.
Again!
but not the Myron gains, though. You know what I'm saying? Not the Myron gains. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate it.
In Springfield.
So don't push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians, somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me where my cat is, cough it up like a hairball.
Eat the cat.
I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter.
Eating the dog.
Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing and where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took when that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they eat the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
Eat the cat.
Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Man, I'm dead, man. Y'all got me dead. Y'all got me dead. Y'all got me dead, man. Shout out to AB, man. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to all y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I think shout out to the people that got in early, right? But I think this is worth keeping an eye on. I got a feeling, you know what I'm saying, that this token could probably get up to like close to $100, if not over $100. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you guys think that this token could get up to $100 or close to $100, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think so, you know what I'm saying, you think that, nah, I don't think so, bro, then give me a thumbs down. shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I'll be doing this dance on Monday. Bro, facts. Hey, look. Hey, was that your troll account, bro? That Uncle Ruckus? Hey, was that your troll account, bro? Don't lie. Don't lie, Carlton. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that Uncle Ruckus account had me dying laughing. Did y'all see that? Man, that Uncle Ruckus account had me dead. Oh, man, that was hilarious. So now here it says, talk about a Friday night surprise. President-elect Donald Trump's social media accounts shared what appears to be an official Solana meme coin called Trump. just 3 days before he's set to be sworn in for his second term in the White House. Trump trying to get some extra change. You know what I'm saying? He said, he told Barron, hey, come over here and make me one of the meme coins and put it out there for, for pops. You know what I'm saying? DGen traders bought in immediately, generating hundreds of millions of dollars worth of trading volume as on-chain sleuths and security experts hunted for red flags. But with Trump X and Truth Social posts still live after more than an hour, some initial red flags cleared up upon closer inspection. It appears that this is a legitimate Trump meme coin launch. All right. My new official Trump meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for, winning. Join my very special Trump community, and special they are. You know what I'm saying? Get your Trump now. Trump official X accounts posted. Man, Trump, I told y'all, man, Trump he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to everybody watching, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please do me that favor. Hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Man, I'm dead. I'm dead. Now, listen, man. I gotta ask the question, man. I thought the grift was over. I thought the grift was over. How much is this token worth already? He done started up. They done started up a new grift. This is a super grift. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Trump is the most interesting president I've seen in my lifetime. Yeah, he definitely on the Dos Equis bottle. You know what I'm saying? He definitely on the Dos Equis bottle. He up there with the Dos Equis dude. You know what I'm saying? Trump just wild, man. He's just a wild dude. You know what I'm saying? The launch was immediately met with excitement, confusion, and plenty of skepticism. That's because the project had all the familiar hallmarks of many celebrity meme coin scams that have launched over the last year, with the public figure's social media account hijacked to promote a pump and dump scam. The Truth Social post went out first, but once the X post followed on his official account, concerns began to subside. Also, the coin has mostly only pumped so far, with no dump as of this writing. All right. That's wild, man. On-chain sleuths pointed to potential red flags, including the apparent fact that the project was seeded with millions of dollars of funds from Binance and Gate, two exchanges that don't serve U.S. customers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe Putin and Xi decided to do it. Trump is the eternal grift. I am the eternal grift. You know what I'm saying? Don't invest with me and be broken. You know what I'm saying?
I am the rocks of the eternal shore. Crash against me and be broken.
Hey, that's Trump whipping it with the apron on at McDonald's. Trump whipping it with the apron on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, my man whipping it with the apron on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, that's crazy, man. On-chain sleuths pointed to potential red flags, including the apparent fact that the project was seeded with millions of dollars of funds from Binance and Gate, two exchanges that don't serve U.S. customers. Yeah, you know, Xi definitely got him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so did Putin. You know what I'm saying? But some other apparent concerns diminished with further sleuthing, not to mention with time as Trump's Truth Social posts remained online. The coin's official website looks similar to those used to sell and promote his past NFT collections and is credited to CIC Digital, the same official Trump license behind the NFTs. The meme coin website was deployed almost identically to his previous NFT website, notes pseudonymous blockchain engineer Saigar tweeted following initial suspicions. All right. Either this is the greatest cyber heist of all times or this is legitimate, he added. That helps, right? Oh, man, shout out to Carlton. Yeah, that's a good idea, bro. Carlton says keep an eye on the Donald J. Trump stock, too. Yeah, facts. Facts. Shout out to AV Promotions. AV Promotions said Donald Trump is always right, even when he's wrong. Yeah. He on that Scarface stuff. I tell the truth, even when I lice. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Meme coin traders are buying the coin in droves, pushing it to a price of $7.30 as of this writing. It's over $20 now. It might even, I haven't looked at, since I've been live, I haven't looked at, you know what I'm saying, the market. It might even be higher than that. It might be over 20. Anybody know what the price is currently of the new Trump coin? Now, it's a lot of people that made money off this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people, you know what I'm saying, that's down with us that made money off of this. Got to ask the question. Did anybody stop you from doing this? Yeah, facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I agree. Definitely got to keep an eye on that World Liberty Financial. And again, this is what I said. Hey, this is one of the benefits of having a cult. You know what I'm saying? Trump got a cult. The cult gonna pump that coin. The cult is gonna pump anything that Trump do. Trump got a cult that actually works and does stuff for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, all he got to do is just be like, and if you want to make America great again and support crypto, buy the best cryptocurrency ever made, the Trump coin. You know what I'm saying? Man, them fools will buy all that shit. People start selling their trailers. They'll find every noose that they have in their house, every Confederate flag that they house. You know what I'm saying? Every Iron Cross. You know what I'm saying? Every swastika that they can find and sell it all on eBay and buy that Trump coin. You know what I'm saying? You know that's what they're gonna do. And if you hold some Trump coin, you'll be able to benefit from that. Shout out to Carl DeWay. Carl DeWay said no one stopped us from buying Trump coin. Yo, bro, facts. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever tell us about it. Win Loser Rug told us. You know what I'm saying? The people that was able to take advantage of it took advantage of it. Guess you better, if you didn't get told about the Trump coin, I guess you better find yourself some better friends. Yeah, you know the KKK wives, they sold a KKK apparel. They get their wives to sew a bunch of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus said they need to make a me coin. They need to make an Uncle Ruckus coin. Yo, I would say an Uncle Ruckus coin would be dope. But you know the monolith ain't gonna buy the coin though, bro. They're gonna say it's a scam. Then they're gonna say Uncle Ruckus is a coon. All Uncle Ruckus do is coon, and I ain't paying for that token. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over here and ask for some money. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get an Uncle Ruckus coin. They be giving Uncle Ruckus a bad reputation out here. It's crazy how some people can say what Uncle Ruckus says, and when they say it, oh, they telling the truth. It's just a harsh truth. I just gotta deliver the facts. You know what I'm saying? But then when other people say the exact same thing, somehow it's cooning. I don't know. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. How many people down to make an Uncle Ruckus token? Oh man. If y'all down to make a that is your account, Carl. Just stop messing with us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maine. What's good with it, man? Uncle Ruckus said they need to make me a coin. Listen, I'm down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Uncle Ruckus told the truth sometimes. Hey, did Uncle Ruckus tell the truth even when he lied? Hey, did Uncle Ruckus tell the truth when he lied? You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. Oh man, y'all on one today, man. Y'all on one today. So now here it says Dex Screener lists a market cap of 7.1 billion, which would make it a top 30 cryptocurrency if accurate. Though there's a caveat, it's already a top 30. That's crazy. I didn't know it was like that. I think Win Loser Rug said it already had flipped the Peppy market cap. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is insane. This is insane. Hold on real quick. Look at this, y'all. Shout out to Carlton. Yo, hey, the coin is $30.96 already. $31.59. This is gonna be $100 by the end of the day. What time is it? 12:53. When did this coin come out? If y'all only knew what I'm laughing at right now, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, "Can we make a JD Vance coin, or is he not popular enough?" I don't know how a JD Vance coin would do, but I do think a childless Catwoman coin would do really well. I do think that. I do think that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. At that coin, man. Again, shout out to Win Loser Rug, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat, everybody in the Discord, y'all better thank a Win Loser Rug. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, out of 1 billion coins, the website notes that 80% are locked and will gradually be unlocked over the course of 3 years. As such, the circulating supply would only be 200 million tokens, putting the market cap closer to 1.5 billion as of this writing. There's been about 680 million worth of trading volume so far. You guys are supposed to answer my question about those 24-hour volumes. Trump ran on a pro-crypto platform, and beyond his previous NFT collections that launched between 2022 and 2024, Trump has also backed a decentralized finance platform called World Liberty Financial. He's expected to issue day one executive orders regarding cryptocurrency that could be the first of many, as Decrypt reported this week, with Trump believed to be readying directives that could reshape the American crypto landscape for builders and investors alike. And as of both of those, you know what I'm saying, we qualify as both. We doing this, you know what I'm saying, 1 MLG this year. Next year we 1B. You know what I'm saying? 1 BLG, right? And then after that, we ELG, Enterprise Liquid Gang. Right? Right. Shout out to Windows Rug. Or shout out to Carlton Wade. Windows Rug be on it. He's nice with them charts. Yo, bro, facts. Just what I'm saying, man. We got our own thing going on over here. You know what I'm saying? We got our own thing going on over here. We got a whole amazing all-star squad. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if people don't see the value right now, they're going to definitely see the value in 2026. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, man, what happened? A bunch of evil geniuses over there that came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, I'm going to try to do a call-in show. It might be short. It might only be 2 hours. I call that short, right? But it'll be 2 hours. Do it the same format as we always do. I'm going to try it. Now, it's going to be late. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be late. But I'm going to try it. And then after that, it's going to be some call-in shows. I want to say Wednesday and Thursday. But those will be able to be longer than the one tonight. All right. Shout out to everybody who came through, man. If y'all haven't hit that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit that bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and please share the stream to your social media, all right? Celebrate the sponsors with me. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Throw them targets in the chat. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I definitely appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen again. We got to hit her with my gains. You know what I'm saying? My gains. Somebody said, what do your gains look like? My gains look like this. Again! You know what I'm saying? My gains look like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Guillory. What do gains look like? My gains look like this. Again! Shout out to Terrence. I appreciate you, bro. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm about to call you back right now. That's why I'm ending the stream. Look, I'm trying to keep it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to keep it cool and collective and simple and slide out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to slide out. You know what I'm saying? And yo, shout out to this Black Dub. Yo, this sounds like somebody need to be rocking with your channel, TD. Black Dub Wannabe Gangster said Trump has did wonders for the colored community. He sound like somebody need to subscribe to you. Throw your link in the chat so you can go over there with you. You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all rocking with Big Homie 47 with the apron on. You know what I'm saying? But I was about to hit you back anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't trying to put the business out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm going to slide up off of here real quick. I'll let my man TD. That's why I was laughing when I, you know what I'm saying, heard that, you know what I'm saying, the wankster playing on the phone in the background, because that's the ringtone I got for you, because you a wankster. You know what I'm saying? And then here you go in the chat. Nigga, I try to call. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Really? You know what I'm saying? Give me a minute. I got this. I got it. I got this. shout out to Patrick. But it's all good though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to stay by the phone. I'm about to hit you up right now. So shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Pick it out, ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Get ball up top, finna make a play. I catch the lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. paper chase, looking for the funds.